So it all started back in 2015. And at the time I was working in a full-time role, and I got the news that my dad was ill. He had cancer. He lived in the US, and that really shook me up, and it really changed, I guess, how I perceived what I was doing with my life and what I was doing with my career, and I needed something that was going to be flexible enough for me to go and visit him. And around the same time of that happening, I met a lot of small business owners who I realised really needed help in marketing. They didn't have the big teams of marketers that I was used to working in big global companies. And they asked for my help, so I started to help them on the weekends. And then more people asked for my help, and I started to help them. And I eventually left the comfort and safety of my full-time role, not knowing really what I was doing or what I was going into. And that's how it all started. When I first started, I was working from home, at first at my kitchen bench, and then I slowly progressed to the dining room table. So in the first couple of years, in 2015 and 2016, LEP Digital was a business that offered freelance copywriting and SEO support, primarily to small businesses. As the years went on and I became more busier, and I had clients that needed a lot more support in all areas of marketing, I realised that if I'm going to grow this business and this is going to become an agency, I need to employ full-time staff. So in 2017, I employed my first permanent staff member. Her name was Charlene, and that was huge for me. It was a big step. And I was still working from home at the time, but I created a home office space with 2 desks. And Charlene would come to my house in the morning, and we'd sit in the office together and we'd work on this agency. And that was really the start of big things to come. 2018 was a big year, and I think that was really the year that launched us properly into the Central Coast. So some of the highlights in 2018 and 2019 is getting our first commercial office space, and that was in the heart of Gosford. We started to become really well known across the Central Coast for the work that we did, and we started to win awards. So in 2018, I won my first big award, and it was Outstanding Young Entrepreneur for the Central Coast region, and that was huge for me. It was really I guess, proof that what we were doing works. The recipe works. So at the start of 2020, we had a planning meeting, which we do every year with the team. We sit around the table and we talk about what we are going to achieve for the year. We talk about the systems we need, the technology, the people, the processes. And 2020 was no different. We had big dreams. It was going to be our best year yet. We had a lot of contracts in the pipeline about to sign off. And then March hit. And all of a sudden, all of that stuff really went out the window, and it was about how do I keep my team members safe. So one day, at the end of March, I made the snap decision to close down our office at Gosford, cancel the lease. We weren't coming back. And I stripped it. I took everything out, moved it to my garage at home, sent everyone from working from home arrangements. And it was scary. I had team members crying, saying, am I going to have a job? What's going to happen to the business? What's going to happen to the world? But as the months went on, we figured out new ways to survive. And the way that we did that was focusing on helping others. So we decided that it wasn't necessarily just about us. This was a bigger issue. There was lots of businesses out there that were hurting, that were in far worse positions than we are as a digital agency. So we started to help them. In July 2020, I started to look for office spaces. So I found this spot in the Element building in Erina, and straight away I knew this was the location for us. It's colourful, it's got solar panels on the roof, which was really important to me. So there were sustainable elements that I was really drawn to. And it was a place that I could put my own stamp on. We had a colourful wall that was put in by Sinarama Tuggerah. We had lighting installed by Terrigal Electrical. So it was a real community effort in using local businesses to bring this vision I had to life, which was a colourful, happy vision that would bring us into the next decade of LEP Digital. I often have to pinch myself when I look at where I am and who my team members are in 2021, looking back at young Laura in 2015, wearing gym clothes, fitting in work on the weekends, sitting at the dining room table. I'm so proud. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of the fact that I never gave up. And I'm proud of my team members, and I'm proud that they choose to come in every day and give their all to LEP Digital to help our clients to succeed. And when I look around our office, it's surreal to think that we created this.